looking sick, so we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light.
It's week 9 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Vikings and the Bears. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a dump off here complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Pickett. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Bridgewater to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Barton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. A solid stiff arm. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Herbert. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Pickett now from near his own goal line.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Osborne motions left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Bridgewater. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Mayfield to throw it. Again, he finds Moore. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Touchdown, Bears!
Cole Kmet,
His first touchdown of the year.
and the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 5. Now Pickett. Finding Williams once more, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Pitts. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Final play of the 1st half. Here's Pickett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Here comes K.J. Osborne out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
To throw, Mayfield.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Draw play, a give to Herbert.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Pickett sets up play action. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Throw left side, complete. That's Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
That's out quickly to London. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. They'll throw again with Pickett. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3. Back now at Soldier Field. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This is a 26-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Mayfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Mayfield running left on the option. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Read option. Here's Herbert. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield going to keep this himself. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 4, 1:47 on the clock. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 80 seconds remain. 2nd and 10. Pickett to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the throw on 4th down, knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Pass complete, it's Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he is going to have the Bears first, and that should be the capper. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game,